Hello, people of God. On today, I pray that all is well with you and yours as we get back into what God has called us to do, encouraging and impacting in the best way possible, giving Him all glory, all praise, and all honor for who He is and what He has done, what He will do, and what He's doing now. But listen, sometimes when we're in a dark place, it feels like we've been buried, we've been covered, we're smothered. But could it be that we're actually being planted? Now, the phrase, "it came to pass," it appears many times over and over again. And whether it's mentioning the flood waters that covering the earth, or whether it's mentioning God giving the promised land to the Israelites, if we notice, the phrase is not "it came to stay." And the same goes for our spiritual valley. It will not be like this always, saints. This too shall pass. But until then, we're in it, but we're in it to win it. And how we manage or what we do while we're in the midst of it, it's going to determine our outcome. And I know sometimes when we're in a season of feeling far from God, we have to look at how God is actually growing us and how He's wanting to grow us and change us while we're going through our spiritual droughts. And one of the ways that He grows us is that we develop a deeper intimacy with Him, so that when difficulties come our way, we won't always want to run away from God, but we want to run to God. Because if we run from God, we'll never know what He wanted to show us during our drought seasons. But if we run to God, we get to know Him better. We get to love Him more deeply. We begin to trust Him more wholeheartedly. If we never needed comfort and peace, we wouldn't get to know the Comforter. Also, saints, if we have to realize that we can't overcome any of this in our own strength, it has to be in the might and the power of God. It's actually when we are willing to admit we are weak that we find His strength that will take over. And we also discover that we move to new levels and we move to new heights in our lives. Now, while none of us look forward to any of the difficult times, the hard times in our life, God told us in His word that there will be trouble. We just don't know when, we don't know where, we don't know who. But He did tell us that there will be trouble. But we know that there is growth on the other side. The backside of the blessing is when we are feeling the pain and the hurt. So I don't know about you. Maybe you've lost a job. Maybe you have lost a loved one. Maybe a relationship with a family member or someone else have caused a lot of impact on your life that you're just feeling down. But again, once we are on the other side of the backside, then we can see where God has brought us from. We can see how God was working. we can see how God was perfecting those things that concerned us. So be encouraged today if you are in a spiritual drought, and know that God loves you, God cares for you, and there is victory on the other side. Saints, be blessed and have a great day.